Hello and welcome to e-GMAT. We will solve question number 94 of OG Verbal Second Edition by using e-GMAT three-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence. And finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. Judge Bonham denied a motion to allow members of the jury to go home at the end of each day instead of to confine them to a hotel. This sentence presents a fact. It says that Judge Bonham denied a motion allowing the jury members to go home at the end of each day rather than remain confined in a hotel. Now let us evaluate the errors by splitting the sentence into its clauses. Since this sentence has only one subject-verb pair, we have only one clause here. Judge Bonham is the subject while denied is the verb. Phrase instead of is used to suggest substitute, while rather than shows preference. For example, I will take tea instead of coffee today. Here, use of instead of makes coffee a substitute for tea. I will rather watch a movie at home than go out in the snow. Use of rather than suggests that watching a movie at home is more preferable over going out in the snow. Since in this sentence, motion advocated the preference that jury members should go home and not be confined in a hotel, instead of must be replaced with rather than. Use of instead of leads to idiom error in this sentence. Again, the two entities preceding and following the marker instead of are not logically parallel. To go home stands for entity X and to confine stands for entity Y. Now, to confine seems to suggest that the jury members brought confinement upon themselves, which is not logical. Hence, we have parallelism error here. Now, let us run the POE to find out which answer choice corrects these errors. Well, choice A certainly does not, as we discussed just now. Choice B is also not correct because it repeats the same idiom and parallelism errors as we found in choice A. Now let's take a look at choice C now. Well, choice C is also incorrect. Firstly, because it repeats the same idiom and parallelism errors as we found in choice A. And also, use of present tense are is incorrect. The motion never came into being, hence using present tense for it is not correct. So these two errors make choice C incorrect. Let's take a look at choice D now. Well, in choice D, we again have the parallelism issue. To go home is not logically parallel to confinement. So we are left only with choice E, and choice E is the correct answer because what follows rather than is be confined, which clearly shows that the jury members were confined in hotel rooms. So choice E is the correct answer for this sentence. Let's take a look at the takeaway messages now. We must use correct idiom to convey the intended meaning of the sentence in the most effective manner. The entities compared must be logically as well as grammatically parallel to each other. Also, we must use correct verb tense to show the correct timeline of the events. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in e-GMAT concepts, Level 2 parallelism comparisons and Level 2 idioms comparisons.